Let's talk about simplicity. We are busier than ever before, and as we pursue more money so we can buy more and more things, we are faced with greater choice in every aspect of our lives. But more choice leads to more complexity, and more complexity leads to less satisfaction. Because if we're constantly focused on the next thing that will hopefully bring us a moment of happiness, or if we spend our lives endlessly scrolling social media and worried about keeping up with what's popular for fear of missing out, we are actually missing out on the stuff that really matters: life. We find ourselves reminiscing about simpler times, when life felt less complicated and it seemed so much easier to just be. But of course, the past was never as perfect as we might imagine it. And the reality is that we cannot go backwards. The past has passed. The future is unwritten, and so life must be lived here and now in this moment. The key to being present and to having better mental health is simplicity. Why? Because the more complicated things are, the more complicated things are. When you focus on making things as simple as possible in your life, you give yourself space to make more of each moment. You don't have to give up everything or go live in a cabin in the woods in order to live a simpler life. It's about being more thoughtful and considered about what you do and why you do it. And you definitely don't have to overcomplicate the whole simplicity thing. Small steps can lead to big results. So, how can you simplify your life? Where do you start? Here are 3 things you can do that take a little effort, but which have an enormous impact. Starting with, go back to basics. Ask yourself these questions. Who are you? What do you want out of life? What really matters to you? The answers to these 3 questions should inform everything you do and say, and it can be an easy guide to use for deciding whether to agree to something or not. For example, if it doesn't matter, then it doesn't matter. And this isn't just something that you do once and forget about it. Do this exercise every single day to consciously remind yourself of what your basics are, so that you can make choices that are more aligned with who you really are. Next, reduce. Get rid of any unwanted physical stuff, as well as anything that takes up your time but isn't adding value to your life. This is about making physical and mental space to just be. You don't have to cram something into every minute of the day or fill up every corner of your home with stuff. When it comes to how you use your time and what you buy, focus on quality over quantity. And when you're shopping, if you're not 100% certain that you need something, then wait at least 24 hours before deciding whether or not to buy it, if not longer. The same goes for any situation or interaction that you're not sure about. The less stuff you have cluttering up your home and your mind, the easier it is to find a sense of calm. And so my next point is slow down. And by this, I mean consciously choosing to live at a slower pace so that you can savor each moment. Tune out all of the background noise and make thoughtful choices that are aligned with what matters most to you. Make space for rest every day, which I explored in this video and in episode 109 of my podcast, Let's Talk About Mental Health, and you'll find them linked in the description below. And also consider how you can be mindful as you go about your day-to-day business. For example, a simple tea or coffee can be turned into a few minutes of simple mindfulness by being fully present and intentional as you stir the beverage and gently sip. If you happen to be out at a cafe, take a few moments to just sit and gently observe your surroundings rather than filling every single moment with work or social media. Your brain needs those small moments of rest to energize it. And you can also slow down in more intentional ways, like getting out into nature, or even just stepping outside and watching the clouds passing over the sky, or simply observing the night sky. Consciously observing the passing of the seasons is a simple and effective opportunity to slow down and reconnect with the natural world in a thoughtful and considered way. If you'd like to dig a bit deeper into the connections between simplicity and mental health, as well as how to bring greater simplicity into your life, I covered the topic in episode 63 of my weekly podcast, Let's Talk About Mental Health, and it's linked in the description below. Let me know in the comments below how you're going to apply these tips to create your own better mental health, and if you made it all the way to the end, then leave me a relaxed face emoji, because better mental health is all about making things easier for yourself. For more ideas on how to incorporate simplicity into your life, watch this video next and click here to subscribe to my channel. I share new videos every Wednesday full of practical advice for better mental health. Plus, catch my podcast, Let's Talk About Mental Health, every Sunday, where I look at one specific aspect of improving your mental health. Thanks so much for joining me today. Take care and talk to you next time.